So we are in Fakarava North Pass at the moment, and today we're going to leave for Tahiti. We've checked the guesstimator and we will be exiting at about 11:30 today. So we've got the binoculars ready, we've prepped the boat for our passage to Tahiti, and we're going to lift anchor shortly and head off towards the pass, which will take about an hour to get there. So some of the things we've done today, or yesterday even, was we put on the jack stays, which we clip onto, those two red lines over there. So we clip onto those when the weather's rough, so we're ready for that. We've also got one that goes over the top of the deck here as well, in case we need to get up to the boom. So that's it, leading over the top there, we can clip onto that. We also have some additional jack stays which we haven't put on for this passage because I don't think they're needed. And the other one we have is at the very back of the boat as well, that runs across from port side to starboard side, so we can walk across the back safely, but we put that on when we're underway. We've tied the dinghy down well. The bow line's tied on, it's hoisted up. We've got some extra safety straps over here just to ensure there's no issues. Should any of the existing lines give way, she shouldn't go anywhere. And the back is also tied on safely over there. So we are nearly ready to go, and should be a great trip. We expect 2 nights at sea and 3 days of sailing, and looking forward to getting to Tahiti. We've got some old friends that are there, so we're looking forward to catching up with Domum, for example, and hopefully we'll see you guys there. And yeah, we're going to get ready. We're going to hoist the anchor now and set sail. We'll take a gentle sail down to the North Pass, and then we will be checking through the binoculars to ensure that it's nice and flat, and then we're going to go through. So we 1.5 nautical miles south of the North Pass, and we just got the Genoa out and we're waiting. We've got about a 45-minute wait until slack tide. We did want to get here early to make sure that we didn't miss it, but we are here quite early, so we're just bobbing around outside here doing 2.2 knots. And well, you can see there are another 2 yachts coming down here, and they're on our port side, and they're obviously also going to come out the pass, we think, today. So it'll be handy to be in touch with them. We'll see who goes through first, and maybe we can ask a few questions. So we've got the North Pass just behind us over here, and that's where we're going to be going through in about 45 minutes. And we can see a couple of dive boats out there, so we can watch them in the binoculars and get a sense of what the swell is like that's in there at the pass at the moment. And we're just waiting for the tide to change. At the moment it's incoming, so it's wind against tide, which is not good. That's when you get the short, steep chop here, and it can be very short and steep. We had friends that went through here in a Lagoon 450, and they actually said they thought they were going to flip their boat. So it can be extremely dangerous if you are unlucky, but hopefully we've got the timing right, and we'll just take it easy and we'll stay to the edge of the pass, and we'll try and film as much of it as we can so you can get a sense for what it's like. But it is a small boat, I guess. Them from the side to see what their mast is doing. Well, it's getting exciting. We've got the North Pass directly in front of us. 2 yachts have just gone through. They looked okay. Monohulls, luckily, so we could really see if they were getting some waves by the motion of their masts, but they look pretty flat. So we're going to go for it, and all got our life jackets on, and we're ready to go to Tahiti. Dilbert, you keep an eye out for bommies if you don't mind. What? Can you watch out for bommies? Oh, exciting stuff. All looks good. This is what, our 3rd pass we've been through now, so still quite an exciting experience for us, but I think this should be fine. We're going to stay close to the starboard side. Picking up divers. We've got a dive boat here on our starboard side. So we've got lots of divers in this area, so we've got to be cautious of them as well, and we want to keep well clear of him. As soon as we're around to him, we will turn a bit more to starboard and make our way out to sea. But here it is, there's some people standing on the point there. That looks amazing. Not sure how they got down there, probably by car. We've got 20 meters of water here, so it should be a reasonable exit. So this is the North Pass. We've got about 1.2 knots of current with us at the moment, and we all got our life jackets on here ready for some action, but so far so good. The water looks a bit light coloured here in front, Claire. Would you say? Do we need to go to starboard a bit or port? So yes, I think we've had a good exit here so far, and once we're out there we'll get the mainsail up and then we're going to head to Tahiti. So one thing I can recommend is when you do come out of this pass or in this pass, always have your life jackets on. Make everybody aware of the dangers of it, because it can be pretty gnarly if you get it wrong. So safety first here, and with the current pulling you in or out if you're in the water, it won't be a great experience for anybody. Well, with the North Pass safely behind us, we're now on our way towards Tahiti, and we're just going to alter our course slowly and work out what sail configuration we're going to want for this passage, and yeah, we should be there in a couple of days.
Doing a fishing competition, so we have points on the list. So the bonita is minus 10 points, the yellowfin tuna is 20, the black or bluefin tuna is 10, the wahoo is 25, the mahi is 15, African pompano 20, shark minus 20, cobia 20, a half-eaten fish is 5 points, a hook-up and lost fish is 5 points, a dogtooth tuna is 15, a rainbow runner is 10, a Pacific Sierra is 5, a king mackerel is 10, and an Almaco jack or jack is 0. And you get points for the weight of the fish, so 10 kg 5 points, 15, 10 kg you get 10 points, 20 kg 20 points, 30 kg 30 points, and 30 plus kg you get 50 points.
Wow.
So
okay.
At the end of the trip we'll see if you
And
have
what about if you put some points in there that you have to guesstimate your score by the time you reach Tahiti?
Or
So
why don't we
you
put
can
in points that when you hook up, you say what fish you think it is. If you bring it in and it's that fish.
Yes, you can do
get-
that.
okay.
Yes. A bonus 10 points or something.
Yes.
Right, good luck, boys. The rods are out. Let's see what happens.
Hashtag pen.
So we're 12 nautical miles away now from the North Pass, and the wind is only about 12 or 13 knots, so we've still only got the Genoa up, and we'll keep it that way. At one point I thought we could possibly put the main up, but we've got a bit of a side swell here, so occasionally we get quite a aggressive little rock, and with our mainsail that could definitely knock the wind out of that sail and it would start slamming, and that just causes damage to the sail and possibly the rigging. It's not good for that either. So we are going to keep the mainsail down, and we're just going to carry on under Genoa. Timing is good. We should arrive there in the afternoon in 2 days, and we will hopefully try and speed up a bit, because I prefer to be arriving in the morning or before lunch, and that will give us a bit more time to get in and anchored, because our waypoint's actually offshore, so we've got a little bit further to go than what our ETA is saying or telling us, and hopefully we'll get there in daylight. Otherwise we might have to just wait offshore for a night, which wouldn't be great, but that's also doable. So it's a shame there isn't a bit more wind and slightly less cross swell here, because then we wouldn't have so much rocking, and you can just hear the wind getting knocked out of the Genoa here. That's even worse when it's getting knocked out of the main, so that's one thing we don't want. So we'll carry on. There's a yacht on our port side. I don't think you'll see him on the camera right now, but there is somebody else out there. They're making their way towards Fakarava. Not quite sure where they've come from, but other than that there's no other activity out here. I'm sure we'll see another yacht or two though. So here's to a good afternoon sail, and hopefully we have a good night, another day closer to Tahiti. Now the one master chef at work. So what's for dinner?
Tagliatelle!
Tagliatelle. A veggie one or a nice meat one? A chicken one? Perfect. Looking forward to it. Nice. Veggie one is just as nice, yes. Well, day one of our passage to Tahiti. Not going as fast as we'd like to be going now, but still it's comfortable, so we should have a good sleep tonight, except for those persons that are on watch, of course. We're going to watch the sun go down now. Claire's cooking dinner, and then we'll watch a movie later together out in the back area here and keep a watch as well. So we're looking forward to some good wind tomorrow. Hopefully it's going to pick up a bit. Maybe we can do a bit more than the 4 knots we're doing at the minute. It'd be nice to be doing about 5.5 knots so we get there in daylight. So it's our second day at sea after leaving Fakarava, 1:30 in the afternoon, and at least the wind has picked up quite a bit now, so blowing sort of 15 to 17 knots, and we're doing about 5 knots up to 5.5 knots. So we've got just under 24 hours before we get there, which is great. So if this wind can hold like this, then we'll have daylight arrival, which is perfect. Although we've been looking at the anchorages in a bit more detail, you can do a night entry there. But as always, daytime and a nice bit of sunlight is what we're going to prefer. So the sea state has picked up a little bit. Some white crests on top of the waves, some decent swell coming through occasionally. But good sailing conditions overall. Still the wind angle's not great to put up the mainsail. It's almost dead behind us. So we're going to just carry on under Genoa, but it would be great if we had a spinnaker. I mean, that would be fantastic. We'd be flying along right now, having a great sail. But yeah, we're still absolutely enjoying this anyway. And the boys are still fishing. As of yet, no luck. Can you believe it? So we're desperate to catch a nice big tuna, if not 2 before we arrive. So I think we're going to have to adjust the type of lures that we've got on the end of those fishing lines, as well as maybe the distance off the back of the boat. So I'm going to go and do that now, and then I can take credit for any fish we might catch after that. I'm sure that will upset the boys though. Well, that's the sun going down after day 2 at sea, and tomorrow morning when we wake up we should actually see Tahiti exactly where that sun is going down, maybe even a little bit more to port side. So looking forward to that. We've just had a little bit of rain actually, and we seem to be sailing down this run of clouds at the moment. Got a line of them coming up behind us, so I suspect we're going to get some more rain and wind out of those later. But we're getting no more than sort of 17 or 18 knots, so quite comfortable under the Genoa for a bit of downwind sailing, and we are doing speeds of up to 6.6 at the moment. Having a great sail. Fishing rods have just come in, sadly no luck today, so tomorrow the boys have to pull the rabbit out of the hat, or even better, the hat out of the rabbit. So let's see what happens tomorrow. There's the other one.
For video that's going to be deleted.
It's recording.
Hey Dad, what do you think of today's sail?
I think it was great, but I think the video camera's a bit too close to my nose. You're not going to see anything.
Dad and Dylan are messing around too much, so I start to take control of the navigation. We have 117 nautical miles to go, and at our current speed we should be there in about a day.
So guys, we're about 2 miles away from Tahiti, and I just wanted an update on the fishing condition that we've had, or fishing competition rather, that we've had over the past 3 days. And what is the latest score?
I have 50
0.
points, Nathan has 0.
Oh, shame, Nathan. So what fish have we hooked onto?
I caught 2 yellowfins and a mahi.
So Dylan's done particularly well, Nathan.
2 mahis.
Nathan,
We
nothing?
haven't caught any.
No,
We haven't caught anything.
He caught a bluefin tuna, but then he also caught a bonito, which loads for him.
Oh dear. Oh, we haven't had much luck. I don't know why. But there's still time. It's not over.
There
Until
is
the fat
still
lady
time. I
sings.
mean, look at all those. I'm gonna make it 100.
Come on, guys. We can do it. Just keep...
Whoa!
Oh, you had me going. And there's Tahiti. Nice to be arriving there. We've had a reasonable sail. And apparently it's quite windy as you get close in. One of our friends is there and he's reporting 30 knots in his anchorage, and at the moment we've got 13 over here, so we just got to be a bit cautious the closer we get. But from here it all looks good, and we'll just reduce our sail as we get closer maybe, but I'm sure we'll see it coming on the water. And we have Wi-Fi.
I don't want to use the Wi-Fi yet, I'm not allowed.
Making landfall is always exciting, and typically everyone stops what they're doing to come and stand on deck and enjoy the anticipation of arriving in a new place. We need to identify where the channel markers are and make our way towards them.
Entrance to Papeete town, Papeete city. Quite windy as we came round here. We've had a nice serene 15 knot sail for 2 days.
We're going to keep it up. If I have any problems with my engines, I can then sail through, okay? It's very small, Bill.
So we're going through the Papeete reef system here. Don't need to wait for tides here because the reef actually breaks over anyway, so there's not a big current. Oh, this is the most wind we've had for a long time. We just had to call up the port control, who then called up air control to check that we could cross over the entrance to the marina, to the airport here. As you can see, the runway starts just on the edge here. So I'm guessing when a plane comes, it comes super low and we can't have a mast in the way. So we're checking for aircraft just in case. We've got the reef hard on our starboard side here. Sun in our eyes, which isn't ideal. But these things happen. Oh dear. Here's the runway, and this is all Papeete. Lots of solar on that hotel. Hey, look at that. Never seen a hotel with so much solar. So we need to stay this side of that boy. Here comes a plane, guys!
do the YouTube thing. Almost killed my plane into the runway.
He just like took off. He didn't even runway it. He did a taxi. Here's the runway. We've only crossed one runway by foot in Gibraltar, eh? Now we're crossing it by boat. Well, the entrance to it.
Wow, that's nice.
Oh, he's just got his paddle first.
We drop anchor in what is known as the airport anchorage and enjoy watching the locals sailing.
The best part of the cruising lifestyle is the way the boys entertain themselves. There's never a dull moment. They always find something creative and inspirational to do.
Jeez, they fly.